Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Fantastic Five. This week we're counting down the 5 best Wonder Woman stories of all time. Since her first appearance in 1941's All-Star Comics number 8, Wonder Woman has been the world's most prominent superheroine. But while her contemporaries such as Superman and Batman have best ever stories that are pretty easy to pin down, it can be a little harder for new fans to figure out where to turn for the best Amazon princess related content. There are definitely more than 5 really good Wonder Woman stories, but these 5 are just to get you started and to give you an idea of Wonder Woman's history across the past 7 decades. Top 5, All the World is Waiting for You. Number 5, The Circle. 2008 saw the beginning of fan favorite writer Gail Simone's run on the series with artist Terry Dodson. That started with this story in issues number 14 through 17. This beautifully drawn story gives more information on Wonder Woman's origin and how the Amazons of Paradise Island actually saw the birth of a child on their island of ageless immortals as a curse. And that's not all. You also get Diana punching out super Nazis while dealing with the fact that she loses her powers when she changes into her secret identity. Also, I didn't even mention yet, her roommates are a crew of talking gorilla warriors. Number 4, Eyes of the Gorgon. The first decade of the 2000s is full of fan favorite runs on Wonder Woman. But even among these, the high point is the stories by Greg Rucka and Drew Johnson, which turned Diana into more of a political figure, serving as an ambassador for Paradise Island, which has moved close to US shores. Her enemies take advantage of Wonder Woman's sticky political situation to start their plans into action, which results in Wonder Woman having to battle one of mythology's most famous monsters, Medusa. Diana has to make a major sacrifice to win this battle, and we're not even mentioning the subplot of the coup on Mount Olympus. Number 3, Challenge of the Gods. 1987 saw Wonder Woman's history rebooted with a new number 1 and a new origin, courtesy of writer-artist George Perez, together with scripters Greg Potter and Len Wein. Volume 2 of Wonder Woman saw a greater incorporation of Greek mythology than the previous version, which comes to a head in this story, which ran from issues number 8 through 14. This story not only introduces a new version of Wonder Woman's most famous archenemy, the Cheetah. The central focus is on what happens when Zeus decides Diana would make a good wife, and the Amazon princess has the nerve to turn him down. Number 2, The Wrath of Dr. Cyber. Wonder Woman spent most of the 50s and 60s rescuing Steve Trevor and remembering her days as a teen Amazon trying to decide whether to date a merboy or a birdboy. All of that changed pretty drastically with this story, which began in 1968's issue number 178, in which the Amazons leave Earth, Diana loses her powers, buys a mod fashion boutique, gains a new mentor named I Ching, and begins engaging in sleek espionage adventures in the style of James Bond and the Avengers. No, the other Avengers. This era has been pretty unfairly maligned as a weird blip in Wonder Woman's history, but the fact is, these stories by writers and artists such as Denny O'Neil, Mike Sekowsky, Don Heck, and Dick Giordano are some of Diana's best ever. The Wrath of Dr. Cyber is only the first one, and you should read them all. And number 1, Battle for Womanhood. While it's sometimes hard for new readers to get into comics that are older than they are, the stone cold fact is that Wonder Woman has never been better than in her earliest stories by her creators, William Moulton Marston and H.G. Peter. Diana's adventures from the 1940s use stories about men from Mars, gorillas transformed into humans, Nazis stealing milk, and giant kangaroos that jump into space to explain the creators' philosophies about feminism and criminal justice. The selection here is a great representation of the raw creativity of this era, featuring the first appearance of recurring villain Dr. Psycho in a story about ectoplasm that would make Slimer jealous, a solo adventure by Wonder Woman's sorority girl sidekick Etta Candy, and a story about the Sky Kangas jumping to Mars. Hard to beat. That's all for this week. Join us next week for another unassailably correct countdown. Thanks for watching this episode of Fantastic Fives. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Comics Alliance for more comic facts, and check out comicsalliance.com for more comic awesomeness.